Hello! In the last lesson, we learned how to register menus using the functions.php file. In today's lesson, we will continue this process, teaching you how to position the menu on the theme, the fourth and last step in creating a menu. Okay, let's do it. Let's open our header.php file, which is where we decided our menu will stay. It will be right here instead of the word menu. We already have the Bootstrap classes that will make the whole top area of the site responsive, which includes the presentation of our menu, which is inside this larger div with 9 columns. Now, instead of the word menu, I'm gonna use a WordPress function that finally will position the menu created here. This function is WP nav menu. This function is very handy. It allows us to make all kinds of changes to a menu, including turning this menu into a responsive menu. WordPress has a very complete documentation about how to use it, but today I will just teach you the basics of this function. But later we'll modify the menu a bit to make it responsive, so hang on. For now, you can see more details about the other arguments in the link available in this lesson. So let's move on. Now in here, we're going to inform the menu position. Do you remember what the menu position is? Is that information we create in functions.php when we register the menu. Let's open an array here. And in this array, let's pass some arguments. The most important one is theme underscore location. Pay a lot of attention to this underscore, okay? It's not a hyphen, it's an underscore, underline. So don't write a hyphen because it can lead to unexpected results. Actually, the theme location is nothing more than the menu slug. Let's go back to functions.php and copy the slug from the main menu. Let's save this here and look at how our site is doing. Let's cross our fingers. There you go. There's our menu. Excellent. It's working. It's very simple, but it's already working. But one small detail is missing. This menu is all vertical, but we want the menu to be horizontal. How will we do that? Well, the easiest way is to create a CSS rule that changes the layout of the list elements in this menu. Let's go to the CSS file. Let's create a rule for our main menu element, and this rule will be applied to each LI element in the unordered list. So main menu UL LI display inline margin 0 5 pixels 0 0. Let's also do something about the unordered list itself, the UL element. Let's save the file and refresh our page. So check it out, our menu is already horizontal as we want it. Later we'll have to change the HTML markup of the element a little more, since the site will have to be quite different when viewed on a smartphone. But let's go for parts. Before I finish this lesson, one question I'm always asked is how to create a multi-level menu. For example, let's suppose I wanted a new item to appear as soon as I hovered over the About item. Unfortunately, WordPress still doesn't ship with anything that enables this natively, at least not that I know of. So I prepared a material to help you if you ever had this curiosity. I promise you that you see this content in the next section of this course, but for now, our menu will stay the same, right? Before I finish this lesson, I have an exercise for you guys. Do you remember that we have 2 menus in the theme? So we still have to create a menu in the footer. But I'm sure that with everything that has been explained so far, you can manage to create this menu on your own. So let's try it then. Try it, and in the next lesson, you can check the result. Well, so Marcelo, does that mean that if I click on one of these menu items, I'll be able to see the page I want? So let's click then. It didn't open anything different, and the page remains in the same place. There is a simple explanation for this. For now, the only thing we did was to create a menu. We still haven't defined what will appear in this dynamic area of the site when we click on each menu item. This is what we're going to do in the next lessons. So don't miss the next lesson, because we are going to learn one of the most essential concepts of a WordPress theme, called the WordPress loop. That will be essential to be able to show later the details of each product using WooCommerce. Be patient, because soon we will start talking about WooCommerce. So I'll wait for you in the next lesson. Until then.